In this video, I'm going to share a few items with you to help prevent your beach trip or your pool trip from getting ruined. Coming up. On our first trip to Hawaii, we used one of those bags that is supposed to be waterproof, much like this one. It wasn't this one, but it's much like this one, where it's kind of rubberized, and you put your stuff down in there, and you roll the top down, and then you clip it, and it can be a backpack or a sling or whatever. But unfortunately, we found out that it was not completely waterproof. We did everything correctly. It wasn't overstuffed. It was rolled down like it was supposed to. It wasn't even completely submerged, and water got into it and ruined my wife's iPhone 10. So this is the iPhone 10 in question. I don't know if you can see the damage around the screen, but there was some delamination. It no longer turns on. And the battery was also overheating on the plane ride back, which is not a good thing when you're flying over the ocean. Although my Galaxy Note 8 survived. It was in the water in the bag and it survived. Prior to that, I was testing out one of those full face snorkel masks, and I forgot that my phone was in my pocket and went into a pool. It was sitting at the bottom of the pool for probably like 15 minutes before I realized I forgot it in my pocket, looked for it, and then realized it was at the bottom of the pool. It survived that too. So that's a win for Samsung. Apple, on the other hand, didn't make it. And it didn't even get fully submerged. So yeah. But anyway, that's the first item that I would suggest, is a bag like this, but don't let it be your only item. The next item to protect that phone, I'm sure you've seen them all over the place. It's one of these baggies for your phone. Now this one in particular is really nice because you can fit your phone in here with the case on. We've tried them in the past and it was really annoying because I had to take my phone out of the case in order to get it into the baggie, whatever you want to call it. I have a Galaxy S25 Ultra with a case on it, and it fits in here with no problem. Although I do have to pay attention because it's got a second pouch in here for like credit cards and cash, and they stick together, so when it opens up, it always opens up to this smaller pouch, so you really got to separate it. It fits in there with no issue, and it also leaves the backside open so you can use your cameras. I like that there's an extra little slot in here for you to put credit cards or cash, but it's really easy to use. Just be sure to test it before you rely on it protecting your phone. You test it just by sticking some paper towels in there, and you can fill up the sink and put it in there. I did that with these. I filled up the sink, and then I put like a glass of water on top of it to weigh it down in the water to make sure it was completely submerged, and left it in there for like 30 minutes. My particular paper towels came out completely dry. So you can use this and you can put it around your neck and use it to still take photos and stuff like that, or you can use this inside that bag as added protection. The next thing, I actually got this when I was learning to scuba dive when I was 14 years old. So I've had this for 26 years, and it's just like a little wallet-sized container with an O-ring on it. It's great for things like credit cards and cash because you can see that it's very narrow. So you're not gonna be able to fit a lot in there. Sometimes I was able to fit like a car key in there, but not like keys as in multiple. You're not gonna be able to fit newer stuff with a fob. My old Tacoma didn't have a fob, so I was able to fit that in here just fine. Obviously, a fob is not gonna fit. I'm not entirely sure if you can get bigger ones. You used to be able to, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I can still find this size on Amazon. All right, the next thing that we got is something like this, a container. It does come in different colors. Obviously, if you can't tell by the bag already, orange is my favorite color. So of course I had to get orange. This is just a little waterproof container that you can store things inside. Now this particular one is not going to be big enough for a phone. This is an iPhone 10 and it does not fit either in this one. So I was also surprised when I did receive this that it closes, it latches, and then you can lock it so the latch doesn't open. Then it came with these keys so that you can latch it or lock it again so that you can't even unlock it here, and then you can lock it down. So that was interesting. I didn't expect that. This size is going to be great for things like credit cards, cash, keys, maybe watches. I mean, use your imagination. Whatever you need or want to put in something like this, you can do that. My particular wallet is basically a minimalist wallet, but still not as minimalist as like a bill clip or something like that. But it does not fit in here either. It might at an angle. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit in here at all. So keep that in mind if that gives you any idea. Now the last thing that I have is a larger one of those cases. It's the same thing, it's just bigger. But this one will easily fit my S25 Ultra. I can put my wallet in there and it all fits. And there's still plenty of room. Now on the inside here we have this is just rubber. This isn't like your normal foam inside of most cases. It's rubber. This is even rubber up here, and you could attach stuff or put stuff back here if you wanted to. And it came with the same locking mechanism, and it's got a few things on the ends so that you could attach some sort of drawstring and tie it to something so to make sure that it's not going anywhere. I was worried that this was going to be too big. One of the reviews was talking about how this one's too small, this one's too big, and they needed an in-between size, so I was kind of concerned. I ordered this one first. It was too small for my needs, so I got the bigger one, and this is going to be just right for my needs. It still fits in this bag without an issue, although this one will fit in here flat. This one's gonna have to fit in here like this. I can still roll it down. And then clip it, and then I got my little bag. I have a little bit more waterproof and protection-ness going on here. With as electronic as vehicles are, this would be a good idea for extra protection to keep your key fob in. Not a good idea to be leaving stuff like that in your vehicle so that somebody can break into it and then steal your vehicle or whatever else. You can leave your valuables in your vehicle and then people steal those because people suck. And I thought I was done, but I did find one more thing. This is more like I don't know what the proper term is. I hear that fanny pack is not the proper term, but for lack of better titles, that's kind of what it is. So you put your stuff in there. It's got like two Ziploc, or actually, I'm sorry, it's got 3 Ziploc type thingies in there. So you seal all 3 of those up, you fold that down, and then fold the Velcro over, and that actually does a pretty good job of sealing up your stuff. I used this for my phone and keys on our second trip to Hawaii, and it worked great. It was able to just be around my waist instead of having the whole bag. I even had it on me while I was like snorkeling and doing stuff like that and didn't have any issues. Now the downside with this one is getting the keys back out is not easy, or getting your phone out is not easy if you need to do that, because it's a little bit of a chore and you got to go through the 3 seals and unroll it, and when it's wet it's even worse. So it is a bit of a chore, but it does work and it's very convenient. So Amazon links will be in the description below. I don't make anything extra off from them, but I do get just a little bit when you use those links, so full disclosure. But I wanted to share these items with you because we're getting ready to go on another trip to Hawaii, and these things have helped save our trips at least after that first one when we had a bad experience with the phone and having to replace that. And I want to share my experiences with others so that you can hopefully avoid making the same mistakes that we did. So yes, this stuff isn't cheap, but neither is a phone. It's going to be far less than replacing a phone or having a ruined key fob and having to buy one of those, getting a key fob and reprogrammed when it's for your vehicle, not a rental car. Last time I towed somebody, it was like $400. I'm sure it's gone up since then because I haven't driven a tow truck in 5 years. I just want to make sure that you know. So you spend a little bit to save potentially a whole lot, but also prevent having headaches and ruining that trip that you've been waiting on all year long. That's it for this video. We'll catch you on the next project. See ya.